that are passed on from one generation to the other and thus preserved. Oral literature was written down in later period. The oral sources of modern Indian history include folk songs, inspirational songs, povada, folk tales, narrations, rhythmic prose, interviews.
Here, some oral sources are given to us. Among oral sources, it includes folk songs, inspirational songs, then povada, folk tales, narrations, rhythmic prose, and interviews.
Fairs, jalsa, art groups, inspirational songs. Many inspirational songs have been composed in the pre-independence period by many freedom fighters. Kavi Pradeep is one of the most famous personality who had written a number of inspirational songs. His song दूर हटो ए दुनिया वालों हिंदुस्तान हमारा है.
Many inspirational songs were composed in the time of freedom struggle. Kavi Pradeep is one of them. He composed the song दूर हटो ए दुनिया वालो हिंदुस्तान हमारा है. It is very inspirational song.
Meaning, move away outsiders. This country is mine. From the movie Kismat, became very famous. He is also famous for the song "ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगो जरा आँख में भर लो पानी," which is dedicated to the soldiers who died during the Sino-Indian War.
His second song, which became very famous, is ऐ मेरे वतन के लोगों, which is dedicated to the soldiers who gave their lives in the war.
Just as songs, many poems have also been composed on freedom struggle, like Muhammad Iqbal wrote, "Sare jahan se acha Hindustan hamara," and Bismil Azimabadi wrote, "Sarfaroshi ki tamanna ab hamare dil mein hai."
Like the song, some poems also became very inspirational, such as Bismil अजीमाबादीज सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है.
देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है. Meaning, the desire to make a sacrifice is in our hearts. Let us see what strength there is in the arms of our executioner. It is dedicated to the younger generation freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh and Chandrasekhar Azad. Povada. Do you know what does Povada mean? Povada is a genre or style of Marathi poetry. It is a dramatic narration. That is, it narrates various historical events by reciting poetry and prose extract. Many povadas have been composed on the revolt of 1857, valor of revolutionaries during.
The second oral source is povada. Povada means Marathi song. Many povadas were composed on various important movements which took place in the freedom struggle, such as Quit India movement,
during the British rule, work of Satyashodhak Samaj, Samyukta Maharashtra movement, etc. These povadas were used to awaken the people and build in them a spirit of motivation. Video, audio, and audio-visual sources. In the modern period, the development of technology has led to the development in the field of photography, recordings, films, etc.
and the third source is video, audio, and audio visual sources. In this period, Various technology developed related to films, photography, and recording.
Photographs. Before the beginning of the modern era, there were paintings which provided us information about the events of that period. But the authenticity of these paintings is questionable. In the modern era, photographs are considered to be more reliable sources of history.
The next source is photography.
As the lens capture the persons, events, or objects exactly as they appear. Through these photographs, we get to know that these events had actually occurred. Recordings. Recording is a form of audio source of history. For example, the recordings of the speeches of Subhash Chandra Bose, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, etc. are available, or the recordings of songs like Jana Gana Mana sung by Rabindranath Tagore are great source for the study of history of modern India. Films. In the 20th century, there was a remarkable development in the technique of filmmaking. In the year 1913, Dhondiraj Govind Phalke, popularly known as Dada Saheb Phalke, laid the foundation of the Indian film industry and is regarded as the father of the Indian cinema. Biopics on many freedom fighters are also made, which give us a detailed information about them, such as Mangal Pandey, The Rising, Bose, The Forgotten Hero on Subhash Chandra Bose, and Sardar on Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Audiovisual recordings of the famous Dandi March and Quit India movement are also available to us. Conclusion. Thus, we come to know that the sources of modern Indian history are available in abundance. Museums, archives preserve the sources of history. These sources give evidence of our rich cultural heritage. While referring to the written sources, the ideology and opinions of the author regarding the particular event should be examined. Thus, it is very important to preserve the historical sources so that this rich tradition of history can be passed on to the next generation.
Here, some questions are given to you. Find out the answers of these questions. The first question is fill in the blanks. Next question is give reasons. There are two questions giving in. Find the answers of these questions and write down in your notebook. Then next question is short notes. There are three topics given to you as a short note. First is photographs, second is museums and history, and third is audio sources. Next one is complete the diagram. The diagram is about material sources.